Fundamentals of Information Design. We may not think about it often, but the way information is designed has a huge impact on the quality of our communication, and potentially it can have a huge impact on the success of your app. So what is information design? It's the process of organizing information so that users encounter it efficiently and conveniently. Information design is a conceptual science that may or may not reflect in the visual. Often, you'll hear information design used interchangeably with infographic, which is the visual representation of information. Like a map, such as this map of the Washington, D.C. Metro Rail system. Infographics are very useful tools and widely used to communicate a lot of information in a visual format, but they're not exactly the same as information design. We'll be working deeper. Our focus is on the way information is organized at a structural level. Our work in information design is about organizing the information itself. The tools we use include hierarchies, navigation structures, or click-through as we refer to it with apps, and ultimately, we're all about creating the user's experience. Hierarchies are categories with implied relationships. They reflect our efforts to organize information by classifying it according to similarity and difference. Some common hierarchies might include general to specific, important to trivial, most to least used, and there are many others. Our process for creating hierarchies involves creating categories or high-level groups of information and then populating those categories according to the information relationships. Let's take a quick example. Say you're creating a severe weather app. What are your information hierarchies? Storm type, storm intensity, storm location, user location? You might be able to imagine many others. In any case, you can begin to see how information can be used to populate your categories and how users can encounter that information based on the hierarchy you've chosen. This leads us to navigation structures, which are conceptual maps that guide our users to consume our information. Building a navigation structure is a lot like creating a map. How do you know where to go on a map? Well, you figure out where you are, you figure out where you're going, and you figure out the path that connects the 2 points. Navigation structure does the same thing for your users. We use screen layout elements and cues which may be verbal, or written in our case, or graphic, visual, to show them where they are, where they're going, or where they can go, and the path that connects the 2 points, which is also called the click-through path. All of this leads us to crafting the user's experience. User experience, or user interface, is the overall result of excellent information design. It needs to be clear, the information cues are easy to follow, it needs to be convenient, minimizing the clicks required to reach the user's destination, and it needs to be elegant, creating a pleasing visual and interactive experience. Your ultimate user interface will be based on user input, which is a key testing and feedback issue. Your information design, fulfilled by good data design, results in a user experience that you can test and refine continuously. This has been a brief introduction to information design.